Yo, what's up, guys? Your boy Jewel, and right now it is our 4th episode here in the King of the Fort. So, with me right now, the returning one episode break kasi nagbakasyon. Give it up for Mr. AC himself, Clyde. Clyde, may gusto ko ba i-shoutouts?
We're back. So to our listeners, thank you for your support, for your continued support, and of course we're always gonna give you our enthusiastic opinions, non-expert but very enthusiastic.
Yes, and I think that this is the moment wherein we mourn by the loss of the Golden State Warriors. So, ikaw ba, anong ma-feel mo yan knowing na you are a Golden State Warriors hater?
Oh no, I'm not a hater. I'm actually like, they could be like one of they're my top 3 team. Lakers, Heat, yeah, they're my third favorite.
Pero right now,
It does feel bad.
we have some things to discuss. Siguro meron kami mga na-line up ngayon ng mga topics about the playoffs. But before that,
Yeah, let's get it.
how do you feel about, yung mga mga heroes natin back then? They're getting older. LeBron getting older, Curry getting older, Jimmy Buckets getting older. And I think this is the time na nag-arise na ulit yung mga new faces of the NBA like Shea, Edwards, Halliburton. So, how do you feel right now?
Yeah, there's a bit of not a bit, just it's sadness for sure, and we're a few years away, maybe at best 2 years from LeBron retiring, maybe Steph in 3, Durant, who else? All those great players we've known for years, and their time is almost up. And you hate to see them go, but at the same time, the up and coming stars, or the ones who are really almost in their prime or in their prime, you're also excited for them. So it's a bittersweet moment for us.
Yeah, and right now, as NBA fans, as basketball fans, all we can do is not take this for granted because the month of May, halos every day ako nanonood, like 2 games in 1 day. If hindi tambak, ginatapos ko talaga, ganyan. And I hate to say it, man, but I think this is a start of a new era. An era of foul baiting. An era of,
You're already taking
pure
shots.
entertainment from the new young guns.
From the grind, away from the grind a bit.
Yeah. Ito yung aming split screenshot ni Mr. AC. Okay, as we continue, let's start with our topics. Let's talk about our predictions in the Western and Eastern Conference Finals. So, as of the filming of this video, the Indiana Pacers is currently in the Eastern Conference Finals, waiting kung sino mananalo against Boston and New York Knicks. So, Clyde, what's your prediction?
Of course, credits to Indiana to the Pacers for the second straight Eastern Finals appearance, beating the number 1 team, Cavs. And I'm thinking between New York and Boston, it's a hard pick because earlier I was kind of expecting the Knicks to get it done with the absence of Tatum, but as the saying would go, you could really never count the champions out. And Derek White and Jaylen Brown stepped up. They forced a game 6. Right now, I'm torn. It's 50-50. I think, the Celtics are very capable of forcing a game 7. But here's the takeaway. The Celtics are already proven. Now, this is about building that legacy. Can they get back up from being down 3-1, and do the it's not impossible, but the one of the hardest feats in the playoffs, that's overcoming a 3-1 lead. But for the Knicks, this is their how do you say this? This will make or break them. Like, they've been eliminated in the playoffs several times. The last time they were in the finals was 1999, I believe. So again, I was saying, this is the chance for the Knicks to change that narrative of them being known to choke in the playoffs and finally break through and have a chance of representing the East in the finals. and that's my 50-50 for the Celtics and the Knicks. I can't really predict that.
Personally, I would rather prefer the Knicks to proceed to go to the second round, to go to the Eastern Conference Finals because be it would be linked to WWE. Alam mo yun? Do you know the...
Yeah, I saw the is it the Brunson and Halliburton?
Yes, face off
Yeah,
in the
they
WWE SmackDown episode.
I will call that a skit. That's a skit.
And it's very cool on that end because it's like
It's like a projection.
the WWE leaked the NBA script.
Yeah, it's like the NBA script.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I feel the same by I feel na Boston is currently they have championship DNA in their veins and knowing them they are resilient ever since the
Yep.
Isaiah Thomas era. Pagtapos ng Big Three, I think it should have been a rebuilding season but they transitioned to still being part of the playoffs led by Isaiah Thomas. And then after that when Jason Tatum arrived, Jaylen Brown arrived, Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving in their first year were both injured but still they reached Eastern Conference Finals. So I think that they are resilient enough to adjust whatever happens with their star player down, Jason Tatum. I think it's a wake-up call from Jaylen Brown to step up. So my prediction is, this is rather a biased prediction. I want New York Knicks to win so they could face off with Indiana Pacers to complete the WWE prophecy, Indiana Pacers versus New York Knicks. And if I am to choose who to win with Indiana and New York, I want New York.
Okay, so straight on to the Eastern Finals. All right.
Okay, and the West side,
West side.
we want currently Nuggets is down 3-2. As of the making of this video, they will have their game 6 tomorrow. Tingnan natin if tomorrow na ba? Or
Probably.
next day. So whoever wins will face Minnesota Timberwolves after them being the conqueror of the Golden State Warriors, winning in 5 games. So yun, back-to-back pala no? 5 games. Wolves 1-5 against the Lakers. Wolves 1-5 against the Warriors. So, Clyde, what's your prediction in the West?
The Nuggets and OKC series, it's also very even. They're evenly matched. Remember game 5, the Thunder made a late rally courtesy of Shea and Dort, Lugens Dort, of course, first and foremost, and of course Jalen Williams. And when you look at the team and how they can I make a comparison to the East? Because the number 1 is Cavs for the East, right? But if you look at them, they're very similar. Yet the Thunder are more mature, not just mature, poised. So that's why they are giving the Nuggets a really decent fight, and they might actually knock the Nuggets out. So I'm thinking, it's possible that they could do it. Like I would put my money on the Thunder, the young Thunder, 80%. I think they will eliminate the Nuggets on the Nuggets home court.
OKC versus Wolves. Who you picking?
Okay, so straight on OKC Wolves. I'm still going with OKC because I don't want to hate on him. Like I don't want to sound like a hater, but oh man, Gobert is gonna be exposed again.
Yeah.
This time by Chet. Chet is just unbelievable, man. Like he could be a secondary option in any other team right now with the way he's playing, but he knows his role is He's kind of like the third option, right? Because the second option is Jalen Williams, J-Dub. And it seems that whenever they need another forced play, I would say forced play because at times they would get stagnant, right? Or they would be missing shots. But whenever, if you watch the game, whenever Chet comes in, he can make the plays. Like, because he can put the ball on the floor. He can create, right? That's what you need. So that's the difference right there. That's the difference between the Lakers and the which else did the Wolves knock out? The Warriors, right? They don't have a 7-footer who could really toy with the bigs of the Wolves. Whereas the Thunder, you have Chet. That's the difference, I think.
So, ano nga pinili mo sa East? to go to the finals.
I was 50-50, but I'm inclined with Boston. A bit, just a bit.
But so Boston winning it all in the Eastern.
Yeah,
Currently being down.
I'm sorry, Pacers, but they might probably do a gentleman's sweep on you.
Okay. So Boston versus OKC. Is this a repeat of the 2012 OKC wherein the young team loses to a more older team? Or will
JT is
Boston
not
go
coming back, right?
Nope.
I think the Thunder really have a good shot. I would say, unless Jaylen Brown performs as he should be performing, the 300 million worth performance in all games of that series, if ever they come face to face. But I really have my right now. The Thunder is really exciting, and they're very persuasive with how they play. And of course, you can't just say the Thunder are young, like really young, because you have veterans like Alex Caruso,
Isaiah Hartenstein.
Isaiah Hartenstein. Even though Isaiah is not really like very veteran, but he is very reliable, and he's a very good presence in that bench, in that rotation. And of course, like Caruso and Lugensdort. So they have these what's the term for that? They have these glue guys that could really give any team a run for their money, and that's just how I see the Thunder, and that's why I would say they would win over the Wolves.
So, you heard it here first.
Again, non-expert opinions, just really, really enthusiastic.
So here, Clyde predicted OKC winning it all. Meanwhile, me, I want in my East New York Knicks to win, and in my West I want Warriors, pero natalo. So I'm going with either Nuggets or Wolves. But since I think that it is hard to, it's not yet sure if Nuggets would prevail against OKC. I want Wolves to. No, I'd rather prefer Nuggets if I would be biased, because I want Westbrook to have a ring.
You can't deny if it will be Knicks and the Thunder, or Knicks against the Wolves. That is skyrocketing. That is ratings. That's really good, because that's New York, and they've never been there since 1999 in the millennia. And
let them cook.
Let them cook. Maybe the NBA will cook it for you. Just kidding.
Actually, maganda rin naman siya pala yung Boston versus New York, no? Kay big market din ba ang Boston, no?
Yep. They're I would say that in the remaining games, in the remaining series, that is one of the most watched.
All right. So, who's your 2025 NBA champions? OKC, right?
Yeah, I'm going with the Thunder. Young Guns.
Ako as much as I want either Mike Conley or Russell Westbrook to have rings, one of the vets in the NBA, I want New York Knicks to win it all. Let's go. Okay.
Let's go.
On our next topic,
surprises,
we will be talking about the surprises and disappointments in the NBA postseason. Let's go. So, Clyde, this is your question. What is the
I can't wait.
surprising part of the postseason?
I have two answers.
Yeah, you can also follow it up with what is the most disappointed.
All right, so first off, two surprising teams. First of all, the Indiana Pacers. I really thought they don't have that in them. Like, I even thought they would lose to the Bucks. And credits to them, and they showed out. They really
Actually,
handle their
that is
business.
the battle of the play-in champions.
Really?
First year, hindi pala, Lakers pala yung ano.
Nope, because Pacers are 6.
Tama pala,
They're
mali
6
pala ako.
seed.
Tama pala ako. Wrong info.
6 or 5, I don't know, but that's a lower seed who just made it to the cut. And the other surprise team for me is, of course, the Knicks. Because throughout the season, the Knicks have been losing to the upper tier teams. I believe they were swept by the Celtics and the Cavs. But here they are. Few games away from the Eastern Conference Final. So those two teams are really a surprise. In the West, it played out as expected.
But I think that it would be hard for Halliburton knowing that his dad is banned.
Well, yeah, he's a pro. He should be all right. And he's playing well. So
Most overrated player in the season.
Yeah, actually, he's also one of the surprises is his play, his performance, because he was really like in the regular season he was even blamed for the games they've lost because he's not stepping up. He was an all-star prior. He was part of the Olympic team, and people are saying he wasn't playing at par, which to an extent is true, but during the playoffs, he really shined. So that was really the key, and that is the difference. Like, he's a leader, even if you like put him as second or third tier point guard. What he really does is facilitate, and I agree with the inside the NBA analysts said about him, Kenny and Chuck. They said that with Halliburton, it's the intangibles. He's dictating the pace. It's something you cannot measure, and that's what he does best.
I heard a comparison.
So not overrated.
Tyrese Halliburton is the Trae Young of Steve Nash's.
Oh, you really like those deep loop. How do you say?
Imagine a Steve Nash that is a high volume shooter.
Yes. Yeah.
Who still playmates.
Yeah. Actually, it's
efficient.
Close.
No turnovers.
Yeah. It makes sense.
All right.
What about you? Surprises first. Okay,
Surprises.
Let's go to the disappointments later.
I think the New York Knicks, man.
Yeah. Telling you, man.
I think that it was a surprise for me how much they are still in the game despite playing all their star players majority of the regular season. Usually, we have some cases like James Harden who always plays in the regular season, and up until the playoffs, he is already banged up. He's already tired. He underperforms. But still, the New York Knicks is still killing it, man. And salute to them. So that's my most surprising part of the postseason.
Well, actually, and honestly, if only they weren't up against Boston, I would be really rooting for them. And I think, like what you said, that short 8-man rotation Tom Thibodeau does, it could hopefully not. It could backfire at some point.
Yeah,
they have game 6 and possibly 7, and if they're gonna go to the finals, the Eastern Finals. That's another progressive fatigue added to the players. So I don't know if that's one thing that worries me about the Knicks.
Did you see the Josh Hart? The Luke Cornett elbow to Josh Hart.
I didn't see the game actually, so I just knew that. I was just reading the
stats. Or did you
stats
see the image?
I Luke Cornett blocked 7 shots. Just the Nash and
no.
What?
The Josh Hart image.
Oh yeah, I saw
elbow.
That. Yeah, I saw the bleeding. I saw it.
Pakita ko sana. So
I didn't know if it was intentional or I don't know.
I think it was unintentional since Luke Cornett is that.
Yeah, he's not known.
Yeah. If it's Draymond Green, wala ba?
Oh well, it's Dre. Oh man, that's Dre, man.
Has a bad rep.
Bad rep.
Okay, so Clyde, on our next question,
disappointments.
What is your most disappointing?
This is what I wanna talk about. God damn it, the Cavs. Jesus, man. I have been like coming into the podcast early. I was really thinking, what the hell, man? What's wrong with the Cavs? And yeah, I think I might be right. The Cavs, they lack poise. They severely lack poise. I did not have a true leader. Sorry, not a knock on Donovan Mitchell, but you know when they say players have levels, I think talent-wise, he's really, really very good. He is like, he was compared to Dwayne Wade, and I agree with that. With better shooting though, right? But the problem with him is when you watch the game, yeah, he makes 45 points. It's even like not very difficult for him. So when you see that, I don't know if you agree. When you see that from a player, when they rack up points and yet they're not so impactful, then you would say there's something missing, and we're gonna go back to intangibles. With Donovan Mitchell, I think he's not really like a really established leader. You've seen Jokic getting animated in their bench because he wants this to be this and that, but you don't see that with Donovan Mitchell. And I saw the clip of when he was trying to say he was trying to hush the crowd, their home crowd, from chanting overrated against Tyrese. I think you should do that because that's so showing softness. Because if you're the franchise player and you're supposed to lead the team, even if you're friends, you have to be on your beast mode. You have to be on your killer mode. No friendliness out there, right? That's the battlefield. You can't say your crowd. You're supposed to that's what the crowd is supposed to do. They're supposed to get into the players' heads, and you try to stop them. That clip was really disappointing. Like seeing from that caliber of player, and I don't know what's the context if they were already down in the series. But at any point, maybe if they were already winning, maybe if they had the 3-1, or maybe if they already like eliminated, or they're on the brink of eliminating the Pacers, you can do that, right? As telling everyone, hey, let's show some sportsmanship, but not when you are down or when the series is far from over. That's like you're showing people, oh, I'm not. There's sorry, but you're supposed to be, even if you got your 45 points or 48 points, we don't care. You have to win, and that showed in game 2 too. He lost composure, elbowing Aaron Neesmith. That elbow to Aaron Neesmith.
I remember,
that was dumb, man. That cost them. That was the momentum changer. I watched that game, and I also watched the huddle. There wasn't much going on. It's just the coaches talking, and they struggled to inbound the ball. So it's not just Donovan Mitchell, of course. I'm sorry, you're my idol, but I want you to be like, you've been in the playoffs, man, every year.
For second round.
Yeah, and you always exit the second round. So that's something that, people would see that. Even the non-experts would see that. And with the Cavs, it's not just him. Garland as well. All those other guys.
I show speed. There's Garland to I show speed.
Yeah, like all of you guys, what's wrong with you? Like, you're not showing out. You're just choking really hard. Like, you have no excuses right now.
I can compare them to a 2018 or 2017 or 2018 Toronto Raptors.
That is true.
Kyle Lowry
The
and
DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry.
They finished multiple times in the number 1. But the playoffs, they fall to LeBron too.
And I hate to say it, even if LeBron was gone in the East, the moment Kawhi took on the mantle of being the leader of that team, that changed everything. Like, you don't want that to happen to a Donovan Mitchell, right? Like, do we really have to reach a point where it's clear that your main guy is a problem? So that's like a wake up call for him. Like, even if he said he didn't sleep after the game, like, work on your intangibles, man. Like, work on being a better leader. I think, again, opinions, because your team is complete. You're supposed to be at least in the East Finals, and lose to Boston. Sorry, this is not a knock against the Pacers, but come on, the Pacers are not known for their defense. So that means you're not stopping them, and they're stopping you. There's something wrong with that. Okay, that's my long argument.
All right. Okay, I think that's a very good take. Knowing you were a former Cleveland Cavaliers fan because dun dati si LeBron.
No, I'm not a Cavs fan, man. I'm just a Kyrie fan.
Kyrie fan. Oh, ba? Hindi ka LeBron fan?
A bit, but I'm a fan of LeBron, but not like... I'm a fan of Miami LeBron. That's my LeBron.
Peak LeBron mo yun.
Yes, that's my LeBron. Miami LeBron. Of course, with the exception of the 2016 LeBron, the Cavs that won it, that made the impossible. But I'm a Kyrie guy. Dwayne Wade, Kyrie.
So you also believe that the world is flat?
No.
Conspiracies. Okay. Let's proceed. Okay.
Why would you ask me that?
Actually, my disappointment.
Your disappointment.
My disappointment is injuries.
Injuries, yeah. Okay.
Injuries.
Steph
Curry.
Yep.
Jimmy Butler and Jason Tatum.
That's also my argument. That's why I favor the Thunder over the Wolves. They beat a Curry-less Warriors. That doesn't count. I'm sorry. Well, even if you say injuries happen, no, you're supposed to beat Curry
at his peak.
Yep.
So that he could make a statement wherein I beat LeBron the first round. I beat
Yeah,
Curry
yeah.
in the second round.
And you are the Kingslayer now, but no.
The legend killer.
The legend, yeah, legend killer.
All right, let's move on to our next segment. This is just a quick analysis on some trade scenarios on where trade destinations on where Giannis would be ending after during the offseason. So we will be naming team destinations for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Let's go. So on our first team, the Houston Rockets.
Weird.
Context muna, context. So currently Giannis Antetokounmpo is only
Open.
has 2 years remaining in his contract. And knowing that Dame is injured, ACL, and 3 straight bumps in the playoffs after winning a chip, and also losing his second man during the trade deadline for Kyle Kuzma and a bag of chips. I think that the time of Giannis in Milwaukee Bucks is coming to an end. So there are already trade destinations already prepared for him by the sports media world. So I'll be naming few. Let's go. Houston Rockets.
Houston Rockets. That's
So maybe to fit
That's odd.
the trade contracts, I think they would trade for Dylan Brooks, Fred VanVleet, and picks. A lot of
that
picks.
is not a. I don't think Giannis would want to go to the Rockets, first of all. And yeah, they don't have there's not a guy, and maybe the Alperen Sengun and Giannis.
Amen Thompson.
Amen Thompson is not there yet. It's just really like raw potential, a lot of potential, but not far from it. Far from that level, far from helping Giannis. And of course, Giannis would rather go to a team where he will get enough help. The Rockets, I don't see it.
Okay. The Phoenix Suns.
That's actually good. I think you have a really good shooting guard. Who will you give up? You're gonna give up Durant?
Yeah.
That can still work, I think.
I think that the contract Bill has, the no trade clause
Yeah. So he's gonna be staying.
for Durant.
That will only. I think that will only work if they can. But if they get more players like the proper support, because that will be the same. That will be the same problem they had. Their core is so expensive that they couldn't. I don't know if that's really the case though. That they couldn't afford the other pieces. So that's a challenge. But yeah, even if Durant will be the piece to be replaced, I think that could work.
The Dallas Mavericks. Currently we are
For?
shooting. We're currently shooting this.
For AD, that's gonna be for AD?
No,
For Cooper Flag?
for Cooper Flag and contract. So
Yes, that's
imagine AD, Giannis,
that's gonna be
dynamic duo.
That's gonna be dangerous. Like
Maybe Kyrie also. I don't know, but if the contract would work, but the main the main players for Dallas would be Giannis and
if Kyrie and AD is gonna stay and they don't get injured, yeah, that's an automatic contender. But those guys get injured frequently. So I would say it's a very big but. Giannis to the Mavs, I'm not really convinced, but it could work.
Okay. Lastly, the Golden State Warriors.
That is my favorite actually. If he goes there, the Warriors' big man problem is solved.
But no more Jimmy.
But no more Jimmy. Would they trade Jimmy? Is it necessarily with Jimmy?
I think that to make the contract work.
Really?
Yeah. Because imagine, who would you rather team up with Steph at this late as his career? Jimmy or Draymond? I think that Draymond should stay because he's the
he's the ultimate glue guy.
The dance partner of Curry ever
Yeah,
since. So
he's like at this point of his career, he's just a veteran presence. He's the heart and soul now.
So would you
Or
rather
he's been.
put replace Jimmy with Giannis in the Warriors?
Realistically, yes, because Jimmy, although he is, I would really say he's like one of the best competitors out there. But the impact on the team that Giannis brings, he's much younger. He's still at his prime. He could really he is the piece that you would never say no to.
All right. So that was our Giannis Antetokounmpo segment. All right. Up next, we will be naming players and judge if we're gonna keep them on our teams or we're gonna trade them. So Clyde, the first name here is Zion. Keep or trade?
It's time to ship him off.
For a bag of chips.
No, for the
Picks.
best that you can get. Because at this point of his career, Zion has shown, like, when you hear the analyst, this is from the experts, right? And of course, you get to agree with the experts. There are players who are really, really good. The talent is there, but their dedication to the game isn't. And I believe Zion is just one of those players, like, unless he changes his, what do you say, his discipline, his commitment to the game, right? Playing through injuries if it's something manageable. He doesn't do that, and he's not a leader. So if you want to be smart, if you want to pick up Zion, you must pair him with an established leader. He can't be your main guy.
Okay. Next person. Next player. Ja Morant.
Ja Morant. This is hard because Ja still. It's just really the problem with Ja is his antics, and he's got to be careful because he might end up like a Steve Francis, Latrell Sprewell, if he doesn't change that. Like, but the ceiling is really high for Ja, and I believe the last injury wasn't major, right? So I think you just give him this year, and in the middle of the year, if he's still
Throwing grenades. in the
doing
crowd.
all that, unnecessary BS, then it's time to
Ship him off.
trade him, find
Alright.
pieces, rebuild.
Grabe, back-to-back trades.
But yeah, well, those guys were
Okay, Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray. I don't think you should trade him, but his role has to be relegated. Is that the right term? Like, he can't be the second option anymore. He has to be like the same as Aaron Gordon's. You have to get a player for you have to pick a player for Nikola Jokic. So, a player that is really a true second option, like another star. Because, like in our previous episodes, we've mentioned he has no all-star
All-stars.
teammate. So you just have to get one. And unfortunately, it's not gonna be Jamal Murray, though
They
he's
already won a
really,
championship together, but
yes, he's really good during playoffs. But if they lose this series, he's gonna be a factor too. He's very inconsistent. So not trade him, but find other pieces that would fit better, or not fit better, that would supplement the team better, that would support Nikola Jokic better.
alright. Okay, last player, LaMelo Ball.
Time to go for LaMelo. Not because of it's because of the team. The Hornets just suck, man. That market, I don't know. They cannot attract big time names, and I don't see them.
Building through the draft.
I don't know their culture, man. But like, you just have that, the feel for the team. Even just watching like what's up with them in the social media. This team, it's not like, I don't know what's wrong with their. I don't know if there's issues with their front office or anything like that. But LaMelo is just wasting his talents there. You have to if you're gonna rebuild, like, start rebuilding and trade him away, like, though he doesn't ask for it, right? This guy seems like he's nonchalant, but
Yeah.
he could be better off, could be more useful to a contending team than stay and rot in the Hornets team. He's better off somewhere else. He could really be a good complementary superstar.
I think he's just waiting for the right time to move to Los Angeles.
That would be good for him too. But which Los Angeles team? The Lakers?
I think the Clippers, since
The Clippers.
Doncic is already there. Imagine a trade wherein he and Harden.
Does the Clippers need
an
another
aging
playmaker?
Harden.
Yeah. Actually, very good. That's a very good take. I think that would really work because it's just a matter of ego for Harden, though. Are you willing to accept this now? Really good players, they play similar, man. But they could, I think, if he really wants that to win it all, he has to step back a bit and let another superstar come in, like in the form of LaMelo, because Kawhi also might have maybe just 2 years left.
But in reality, I really think, hypothetically, if LaMelo will be traded to the Clippers and Harden to the Hornets, I think
Oh, that's
think-
what you.
I think the Hornets would be back in the playoffs. I think that's the impact.
That's
of
a
James
problem.
Harden.
That's a problem. Playoffs, yes. Are they gonna go deep or no?
No,
That's
their,
just
that's
like
their ceiling.
that's a problem with the Hornets. They're like the Hawks.
All right. Sige, as we move on, dito na tayo sa ating one of our favorite segments here in King of the Fort. We will be redrafting the NBA 2003 draft class. Let's go.
Yes, one of the best drafts.
But I need my código first.
And I need mine too.
All right. Sino ba ang first pick last time? Ako ba yung first pick last time?
Yes, it's my turn.
Go.
The first pick of the 2003 NBA draft, I obviously choose LeBron James.
Yes. LeBron. I'm just looking at the man in the mirror. LeBron. I'm man on the Lakers.
The man on the Lakers, yes.
Okay, good pick. This is a 8 versus 8, right? Draft. So, Clyde has chosen his baby LeBron, his
Come on, man.
boy crush LeBron.
No, he's not my boy crush, man.
So, I'm picking Dwayne Wade.
Oh, man,
BFF.
that's my idol, man. Pick somebody else, man.
Sorry, man.
Come on.
I need
All right.
heat
That's-
culture in my team.
That's very self-explanatory, right? So let's go. I'm third, right?
Yeah.
Third. Who I'm gonna pair LeBron with? They've won together, so yeah, I'm going with Bosch.
All right. Back-to-back Miami Heat. Back-to-back Miami Heat players.
Yes.
And in my fourth pick, I wanted to not to pick him, but since one of his early days in his career, isa yun sa mga favorite ko na mga moments and with me growing up, with him as the cover of the NBA Live 2005, I want Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, I saw that coming, man. All right, this is now getting tricky.
All right.
So many players to choose, man. I have a small forward. I have a power forward. I might want wait a minute. Not another power forward. Let's go for a point guard. My fifth pick, originally seventh, I'm going with Kirk Heinrich.
Ooh, Kirk Heinrich, the captain. Ay, ano nga nickname
Captain
niya?
Kirk.
Captain
It's
Kirk.
Captain
Tama
Kirk.
pala. Captain Kirk. So good pick. All right. On my on the sixth pick on this redraft, I'm going with David West.
Yeah, I was gonna pick him, but I already have Bosch. So that's
I
kind
have
of
a big man that is.
Wait, we're just gonna pick 8, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So we have stretch 4. So the spacing is good in my team so far. About you, man?
Okay, so let's go sixth. Oh yeah, this is a legit center. He's also originally the sixth. I'm going with Chris Kaman.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like that. He's one of the a lot of especially younger players don't know him, but he's one of the craftiest big men.
Yeah.
He's really reliable.
The Clippers legend, one-time All-Star.
Yeah, one-time All-Star, but you know he's really solid.
Controversial All-Star.
Oh.
Okay, in my 8th pick and in my 4th pick in my draft.
No, you're still 7.
7 pala in,
Seven.
in our redraft. For my center, a champion with the San Antonio Spurs. A stretch 5, former Phoenix legend.
Oh, nah, I know.
I want Boris Diaw on
man.
my team. So,
You got to Boris first. I was supposed to pick him too. All right, my turn. So for the 8th pick, one of the best sharpshooters in the NBA history. I don't know how many times this has been an All-Star, but yeah, it's Kyle Korver. Kyle Korver.
Kyle Korver, one of the longest one of the players who has a long career in this draft class.
Yep, Kyle Korver. You are now 9th.
Okay,
You're up.
Okay, alam ko na ba eh. I mean, i-finalize ko muna. Ito talaga i-pick ko. Okay, an undrafted prospect in this draft class. One of the most richest players in NBA history. Not because of his salary, but because of his family.
Oh yeah, who's
From
that?
Spain. Give me Jose Calderon
Really?
for my point guard. Yeah.
Really? 2003?
Ah.
Yeah, I like that guy.
I-search ko bago lang.
Yeah,
siya.
I like his play too.
So, we're building sa bench na natin our last 3 players for our bench.
Yes, I think you are. Which pick was that? Is that 9?
9th.
So
Hindi,
this
1, 2. Hindi, dapat 10th na yun.
10. Oh,
Ay, hindi. Tama. 10th na.
so we are now on our bench, right?
Bench na.
Okay, so for my reserves, we got 3, right? So for my 6th, and this is the 11th pick, right? I'm going with Josh Howard.
Josh Howard.
Yes.
Former Mavs legend.
Yep. If for those who doesn't know Josh Howard, he's probably one of the best guys with the teardrop. That floater is lethal, man. Like he's 6'7", I think, and he uses that floater very well. So he was also an all-star. Josh Howard, few times, once, twice. He was an all-star with Dallas.
Okay. I need a player on my team wherein he was the LeBron stopper in the
LeBron
in
stopper.
the Eastern Conference
Good luck with
Finals
that.
in 2009.
Who? Oh, all right.
Sino ba?
Name it.
Mikhail Petrus.
Mikael Petrus. Okay, yeah, decent pick. Okay.
They won in 5 in
The one
Eastern
in 5.
Conference.
Yes, with the Magic, right?
LeBron stopper.
LeBron stopper. I wouldn't agree with LeBron stopper. Okay, I'm now 13th, right?
Yeah.
13th, and for my 13th pick, 7th player, I'm picking. I need a really good role player here. So I'm going with Leandro Barbosa.
The Brazilian Blur.
Yes, the Brazilian Blur will give you fast break points in a hurry. You should have seen him play with the Suns.
I did.
He was formerly known as the fastest player ever
Oh, ba?
during that time. Yes, he was the fastest player recorded.
Brazilian Blur. Oh, great. All right. For my second player on the bench, I'm going with Big Perk, NBA champion.
5 points per game, lol.
Big Perk with one of the biggest analysts in today's game.
Yes, one of the biggest controversial analysts.
And still has handles.
Has handles. Tragic Bunsen alert.
All right, I'm going with Big Perk,
Alright.
leading their the NBA, leading the bench unit with his championship DNA.
Yep. Okay. Fair enough. All right, my last 8th player to be to support my super team. I think I'm gonna go with I'm going with this guy. Ready?
Yeah.
James Jones.
James Jones.
Yes, the
Phoenix Suns
one of
GM.
and one of the most reliable bench players, role players ever. You can argue, I will argue anyone that he might if there's like a contest for the best 8th man, he's probably in there.
I have a fun fact about James Jones. There were only 2 players in the 2010s era who appeared in multiple finals appearances 8 straight times.
See, that's what I meant.
LeBron James and
James
James
Jones.
Jones.
Because James Jones with the Heat, what team?
Cavs.
Cavs. Yes, he was with the Cavs too. So yeah, that's James Jones.
So
Okay, round it up.
So the question there is, did LeBron actually carry it or did James Jones did?
Oh no, man, come on.
Okay,
You're
and
just
then my
hating.
last pick, I got a lot of options here. I can go with a stretch 5, Matt Bonner. I can go to a sharpshooter, Jason Capono. I can go with a NBA champion, Luke Walton. But I'm going with Game 7, baby! Game 7! Alam mo yun na meme?
Who said that?
Zaza Pachulia.
Oh no,
Pero
man.
alam mo yun na meme?
I don't know. I might forgot because I want to forget Zaza existed.
It was a first round interview, Game 6 ba? When they forced a Game 7, he was part of the Atlanta Hawks with Paul Millsap, Josh
And they still
Smith.
lost.
And they lost at that time. But
Yeah.
when he was interviewed, he was like, Game 7, baby! Game 7!
Yeah, jerk.
He was like announcing a fight. It fits his personality.
Yeah, why is he even
The
like?
man who changed the rules, the Zaza rules.
Yes, Zaza rules like
Alright. Okay, that was
intentionally
our,
injuring Kawhi.
NBA draft. We can round it.
Round it up,
Could
round
you
it
still
up.
remember your pick?
Yes. I got LeBron, Chris Bosh, Captain Kirk, and We'll go with my starters
Cayman.
first. Chris Kaman and the sharpshooter Kyle Korver. So those my starting five, and the reserves are James Jones, Josh Howard, and Leandro Barbosa. So
Brazilian blur.
those are my 2003 picks, and let's hear yours.
Mine is three-time champion Dwayne Wade. 20 part of the NBA 75 players Carmelo Anthony. Yun lang yung maisip ko na description sa kanya since wala siyang champion. David West, stretch 4, NBA champion also. I also picked sino yung fourth ko gani before kay ano?
I think you picked TJ Ford, no?
No.
You picked a point guard though.
Boris Diaw.
Boris Diaw, yes, is part of your starting five.
The Frenchman.
I think you pick a point guard.
Jose Calderon.
Calderon,
So
yes,
that was
the only undrafted pick by you.
That was my
Very solid.
Starter. That is my starter for the NBA 2000 draft. And for my
Bench.
for the memes, I took Kendrick Perkins, Zaza Pachulia, and forgot who was the other one. Michael Pictrus.
Yes,
Michael Pictrus. All right.
But
Okay.
all right, man. So my team is definitely beating your team.
Man. I have Michael Pictrus.
So to the viewers,
2009 Eastern Conference Finals. So comment down below.
Yep.
Which team would you prefer?
yes, which team, and yeah, you know, my team will beat his team.
Okay. All right. Whatever, man. Sige. Okay. Next segment and final segment before we go to our game. We have I prepared one game, a very short game. Not the NBA grid. Since
All right.
we've been doing it weekly. I took upon myself to change a bit things. Okay, we will be blind ranking Karl Anthony Towns' zesty moments.
Oh no!
Okay. So,
Hey, disclaimer, Kat, if you hear this somewhere, blame it on him.
all right, let's start. You will rank it from 1 to 5, okay?
All right,
So
shoot.
So
Come on, man. Can't be doing this to Big Cat, Big Purr.
first zesty moment is this is what movies are made of.
I would put that at 4
4.
because yeah, it's a bit zesty, but not really the iconic zesty voice and words. It's just that he was a bit animated. That's why it's a bit higher than the 5th. I think I know what's the 5th.
Okay. So, next one is they asked me in media about you. They really did.
That's gotta be 5th. Yeah, again, another subtle zestiness. Not too much. You have to like listen to it again to notice it. It's nothing compared to the top 3. I know the top 3. I think I know.
Another one is OMG Joe Mauer.
Oh man, can you play that? Can you play that? I have to be sure. Oh my god, man. Oh god, I just saw it, man. Oh god, man. Cat, come on, man. Sorry, man, you're 7 foot, and you're really a big dude, and you don't. I'm just really sorry, but you don't look like you sound, man. Like, and that has to be number 2. Right? You saw the facial expressions, the hand gestures. That's, god damn it. That's close to number 1 though. That's 2.
All right. Next is for sure during Podcast Peace podcast.
Okay, I'm putting that at 3.
All right.
Obviously, because when he said that, it was also subtle, but the way he said it, because it's just because he changed.
Changed voice.
Yes, like he was doing the when you were watching when it's very funny because when you were watching that particular episode, you were just talking normally, right? And then all of a sudden, that sharp pitch came in. Like,
For
what do you say? For sure.
sure.
And that's man. Like if you're gonna listen to a guy like that big of a man and an NBA player, you would really be like, first time hearing it, I was like, what the let me replay that. So yeah, that's why it's 3.
All right. And the last and I think the most iconic.
Yes.
After all that. So, you're gonna rank it at number...
That's number 1 for sure, man. That's that's as funny as it can get. Again, Kat, don't punch me in the face, but come on, man. Like, you're a mammoth of a guy, and you say something that a girl would say
Yeah, I think
in that exact voice.
I think they have this. I think it's the memes would hit so hard because Tyrese Halliburton also has a change of voice.
Yes, like
in his interviews.
that guy too, Tyrese. But Tyrese looks like he could really say those things. Like, Kat, yeah, in his face a bit, but he's an imposing human being. He's 7 feet, 7'1", I think, and he's heavy. He's stacked, man. And for a guy to have that voice, it's just like, what the hell am I hearing right now?
So again, Big Purr.
I'm
we apologize.
sorry, man. Like,
If you-
don't change though. You're still a terrific player, and
despite your zestiness, we still love you here in King of the Fort.
yes.
All right, that was the last segment before we go to our game, our final segment for our third episode. Third ba ba ni? Fourth episode.
This is the fourth, yeah. Fourth of the fourth.
Fourth of the fourth. Okay, so we'll be playing a game wherein Clyde gets to guess the player and its career path. Let's go.
Career path. All right.
So, I'll be naming teams. I will be naming the year and its team.
Okay.
And you give me a player, a guest player. And if you don't answer it, I will proceed to its next team he played for. Okay? Okay. First player, he played for from 2003 to 2000 later from 2011 to 2014, he played for the Sacramento Kings.
Keep going.
From the 2014 to 2015, he played for the Phoenix Suns.
No.
Next. First one. 2011 to 2014, Sacramento Kings.
11 to 14. Kevin Werther? Oh, no.
Okay, wrong. And Herter wasn't drafted yet by that time.
Oh,
at that
shit.
time.
Sorry.
Okay. Next team, 2014 to 2015, he played for the Phoenix Suns.
Just 1 year?
Yeah. Any player from that time.
Drafted by the Sacramento Kings. Right?
Yeah. You can still guess. He played for a lot of teams.
Okay. It's hard to guess 1 year. Pass.
Pass.
1
okay.
year is that's hard.
He played 2015 to 2017 for the Boston Celtics.
Now that's a bit easier now. But drafted by the Sacramento Kings. Oh man.
Name a player.
After sa Suns, Celtics,
Next team.
next team.
Guess mo na. Any.
Hard yun kay tungod sa Sacramento. Kuan ko sa Sacramento na start. Wala kayo kabalo sa mga picks sa Sacramento.
Sige lang, pag-guess lang para ma-flash.
Marvin Bagley?
No. Okay. From 2017 to 2018, he played for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Dante Jones?
No. In the year 2018, he played for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Journeyman.
So he was traded from Boston to Cavs, and then he was traded to the Lakers. 2018.
Larry Nance?
No. And then he signed with the Denver Nuggets from 2018 to 2019.
Oh, Jeff Green.
No. From 2000, and after that, he signed again to Washington Wizards from 2019 to 2020.
Otto Porter? No.
No.
Washington na
He had 1 year run with the New Orleans Pelicans.
Oh, no. I don't know this player. Who the hell, man?
And still no.
Nope.
And in the latter years of his career, he played multiple 10-day contracts with Lakers, Dallas, Hornets, and Phoenix Suns. Okay, let's summarize
Tarek Black.
Okay, let's summarize it. He was drafted by the Sacramento Kings, traded to Phoenix, then traded to Boston. He signed with Boston, I think. He was traded to Cavs and was shipped to the Lakers. And he signed to the Nuggets. So, Siret?
I still have one shot, right?
Okay, last guess.
Nuggets, what years ang Nuggets?
Last 2018 to 2019.
Ay,
But he's not known for his time being with the Nuggets.
I don't know him, man.
Last guess. Wild shot.
Position.
Most random player you could ever think of.
No position. No
Guard.
clue.
Guard.
Guard. Nuggets na guard. Aaron Holiday?
No. So the answer is Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah!
He was drafted by the Kings,
What the
60th pick. He was traded to Phoenix and signed with Boston Celtics.
Oh man, I screwed up the namesake.
He was traded for Kyrie Irving to the Cavs, and then he signed with Lakers. And
Man, I screwed up the namesake.
So that was the name of
I'm
our
not
podcast,
worth of the King of the Fourth.
King of the Fourth. Okay. So
Because the Nuggets part really
rode
screwed
you
me
off.
up.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So as early as that, you could answer it. For example, around 2015, 2017, who was the most notable player at that time? Something like that. You can use that technique. So I'll give you an easy
I'm
one.
bad at this game, man.
I'll give you an easy one to bring back your confidence. First team from 2003 to 2016 Miami Heat.
Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, correct. So
Yeah.
I want to mention 2016 to 2017 Chicago Bulls.
Yes.
2017 to 2018 Cleveland Cavaliers.
But the hint there is the longevity to the
Yeah.
Heat.
So that was,
I immediately knew once you said 3 to 16.
what if OG Udonis Haslem? No, he played until
Nah, he didn't.
2020.
He's Heat lifer.
Okay, so last one, also a bit hard. Okay, let's start. Our final, so you got the first one wrong. You got the second one correct right away with a giver there for Dwayne Wade. Last one, 2003 to 2011 with the Boston Celtics. Guess mo na.
2003 to 2011. That's gotta be Paul Pierce.
Wrong. 2011 to 2015 with OKC.
2000, what's the start?
11 to 2015.
OKC. But it's 2003 to 2016 Celtics.
2003 to 2011 Celtics. 2011 to 2015 OKC.
2003 to 2011. Who's the longest tenured player after Paul Pierce?
Guess. And I'll summarize it later for a bigger picture.
Celtics ba? Celtics 2003 to 2011?
Yes.
So he won with the Celtics. Who else is on that roster? Rondo?
Nope. So after that, 2011, 2015 OKC. 2015 with the Cleveland Cavaliers. 2015 to 2016 with the New Orleans Pelicans.
OKC ang second team, right?
Yes.
OKC ang second team niya?
Yes.
Which years?
2011 to 2015.
What the hell?
So
Who is
he
this
was
player?
with the KD team.
Yeah. And the Paul Pierce team.
Yes.
This is Kendrick Perkins, man. What the hell?
So, with a clutch
I kind of don't like the guy. That's why it took time.
So he also had a famous meme in time wherein he was part of the Cleveland Cavaliers, where he hugged the Eastern Conference champion trophy,
And pretended like
he was part of the group. he was
played like he didn't even play, right? Did he play?
no.
He did. Yeah. Well, meme. Is it the meme like when you?
I will let Kads show it into the.
Holy shit! So this is like getting an A for a group project without any effort.
On point.
Like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's the best example, kids. That dude, claiming credits by sitting on the bench.
All right. So
No hate to Perk though. Just kidding.
No, it was all hate.
Oh no! Don't beat me up, Kirk. Kendrick.
All right, that was another classic here in our classic factory here in the King of the Fort. Despite Clyde here not knowing the career
The namesake.
path of
The
Isaiah
namesake
Thomas.
of the podcast.
Okay, so as we end our fourth episode in our podcast, everyone I believe is really enjoying this playoffs. The playoff season was really entertaining. The narrative is so good, like the old gods of the NBA players slowly declining and the new era is slowly rising.
Yep.
And we have our bets, we have our teams to root for, but one thing's for sure, basketball is always alive, man. And we are here right now because we just want to talk ball, and that's a good thing.
As we talk about, you can never run out of topics when you talk about talking hoops. It's just unlimited things to talk about.
Yeah. So, do you have any shout outs as we go?
Again, shout outs to our viewers and our listeners. Like I said earlier, we're no experts here, no basketball experts, but we are really avid enthusiasts. Like very, very enthusiastic about the game. In our pilot episode, we mentioned that the name of the podcast is King of the Fourth because we're the underdogs. And yeah, we might argue that we make sense when we talk about the game. But feel free to argue.
Yeah, feel free. And thank you for everyone who's watching our reels, our full podcast on YouTube and Spotify. We appreciate all the comments. Some of the comments, some hate comments, but it's okay. It's part of the fun.
There's hate comments?
Not really hate comments, but
oh no. Are
disagreement.
they hating on me?
Yes.
Why am I not surprised?
Disagreements. But still, it's part of the fun. Actually, I really hope that Warriors and Lakers would meet in the Western Conference Finals when the playoffs started.
Yeah, that was gonna be like a really loud fight between fans.
Really loud social media.
Yes, that was.
But it's part of the fun. It's part of our our culture here in Philippines, wherein we talk about and fight about basketball. Okay, as we end the podcast, again, thank you so much for everyone who listened. Thank you for tuning in here in the fourth episode. Thank you for everyone who shares our reels. We appreciate it. Again, my name is Jewel Banghelio. His name is Arvin Clyde, Mr. AC. And we are King of the Fourth.
King of the Fourth.